Today we're going to time travel. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning of 2020. Okay, not literally, because I'm not that much of a sadist, but just in your minds, just think back to the beginning of 2020. So I'm sure you'll remember what happened. I mean, how can we forget? It was in all of the newspapers, on all the TV news. It's everywhere. You couldn't avoid it. And I was affected by it myself, right at the beginning. I needed professional advice, and so I called up a doctor friend of mine, and I said to him, "Can you practice spare you? The game is afoot, and your assistance would prove invaluable." He said yes, so he gave me his help. Good man, works for the NHS. So the doctor and I put our heads together, and we talked for a few hours. We came up with a solution to my affliction, and that solution was magic. Now, as I've been explaining, everyone had bought all of the toilet roll in the shops, and I was down to my last sheet, and it was the great toilet roll shortage of 2020, and I really needed to wipe myself. So I proceeded to take my single sheet and wipe myself, and well, what can I say? I wasn't really going to be able to use that again very well. I mean, fold it up maybe, wipe it again, but it's just going to end up the same, isn't it? Just going to end up with this tiny little shitty piece of toilet paper every time. So this is the point at which I had my phone call with my doctor friend, and so the doctor and I, we discussed it, we thought about it, and the solution was magic. And so I had to clean this one piece of toilet paper and restore it to its original state. And the way to do it was like this. Nutty. So I realised I couldn't go on like this forever, because much as I'd like to say that this presentation is tasteless, it's really not. Anyway, God, that's really chewy. So I realised I couldn't go on like this, and so I phoned up the doctor friend again. We came up with a plan, again using magic. I managed to get hold of one toilet roll at a very inflated price. Now, this was way more than I should have spent on it, but I desperately did not want to have to do that again to keep my bum clean. So I invented this magic device here. Now, it's called the toilet paper duplicator. It looks just like an ordinary tube here, but honestly, this is great. So the way it works is you put it over the top of your toilet paper, you take the toilet paper out of the tube, and you have a second toilet paper. Now I've realised that I could just do this for myself when I needed toilet paper, but there was a nationwide shortage of toilet paper and I had to do my bit for the nation. So I put it back on and I made more. And I made more, and I made more, and I made more. And eventually, I managed to solve the great toilet paper shortage of 2020. They didn't tell you that in the news because I didn't want anyone to know about it. I didn't want the glory of it. But I thought I'd let you know just for this. And then, after that, I started on the hand sanitizer.